Looks like Sigourney Weaver's taking her power loader and going home. We're talking Alien 5. I'm Joe Starr, and this is Screen Junkies News. Today's episode of Screen Junkies News is brought to you by M&M's. You may or may not remember, but Neill Blomkamp, the director behind District 9 and Chappie, had an Alien film in development with Fox. The film would have starred Sigourney Weaver and Michael Biehn, taking place after Aliens and completely ignoring Aliens 3 and 4, which is kind of a slice of heaven. However, it looks like Fox is all in on the Ridley Scott train, as his vision for Alien has trumped Blomkamp's. In an interview with the French magazine Allocine, Scott said, "There was never a scenario, just an idea that evolved into a pitch of 10 pages. I had to participate as a producer, but it did not go any further because Fox decided it did not want to do it." Here to talk with me about this are Markia McCarty and Victor Torres. Good morning.
Good morning.
Guys, before we jump into this, I just want to remind everyone, Guardians of the Galaxy opening this weekend, and in celebration, every time you guys say something that impresses me, you get an M&M. Sound good?
Just one.
Just one. Just one. I will be doling out M&Ms accordingly. So let's talk about this, because when this concept art sort of hit the internet, we all got kind of excited. Or
it was interesting.
We the universal nerd got super excited about this. So what's sort of you guys' reaction that it's gone now, it's done?
Well, it's disappointing, I'll say that. I would have liked a revisit for Ripley and Hicks, like kind of this alternate take. Let's be honest, when Alien 3 hit and then we get basically an exposition, guess what? The characters that you spent so much time at the end of Aliens saving, they're dead.
And they're gone, yeah.
Yeah, they're just gone. That just happened. And here's all this other story.
2 M&Ms.
Oh, man. I'm not super surprised by the news. After Blomkamp's Chappie kind of underperformed critically and at the box office, it kind of makes sense that this wouldn't be going forward, especially after Ridley Scott's The Martian did so well. So it totally sucks, because I'm in agreement with you where it's like, they just were killed off like 2 seconds into the movie.
It was a bit of a Band-Aid sort of getting pulled off of fans.
You get mummified and thrown into like a pit of lava, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like,
they didn't have to die.
Yeah.
They didn't have
3 minutes,
to.
Victor. Well done. Sorry, I shouldn't be grabbing all those M&Ms.
1, 2, 3. I'm taking a fourth.
It was sort of interesting, because when Chappie was sort of in development and coming out, I feel like they were talking about this concept art more than Chappie. So that sort of had to be a collective sigh when Chappie did sort of do poorly in the theaters.
I didn't mind it. But then I'm a sci-fi nerd. You know, I can watch really bad sci-fi and find really good things in it. But Chappie, I didn't think was that bad. I mean, it wasn't an Exodus, Gods and Kings, or. I'm just sorry, if you're going to go by, a director's, if you're going to go by a director's, lowest ebbing movie, then
sure, then
you got to talk about
Chappie's
Exodus.
Not quite an Exodus.
Exactly.
Markia, good or bad that this would have just completely ignored Alien 3 and Resurrection?
Okay, well, I mean, if you count Alien 3 and Alien 4 as Alien movies.
I'm taking away your evidence.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I said it. Alien 3 is completely different. It's got this whole completely different vibe. And then Alien 4 is just, it's Alien 4.
It's bad.
It's great.
It comes completely out of left field. It's like that second cousin that you never knew, and they came over and they're staying at your place now. Not saying that there weren't fun elements in it, but that movie was not for me. I was not for that movie. So, but Alien and Aliens, I mean, that's practically unanimous. People love those movies. So to have a spinoff where you have Ripley and Hicks alive, Newt alive, and them utilizing just aliens technology, alien movement, and moving that forward, that sounds awesome. I was on board for that. I'll take 5 M&Ms.
Yeah, take those 5 M&Ms. You earned them. Only orange. Never mind.
More than 5 M&Ms.
Was it?
That was
are you the M&M police, Victor?
No, take as many as you want.
That was a Baker's 5. That was definitely Baker's 5. So this, the concept art for this was awesome. Do we know anything, plot-wise that was supposed to go into this movie?
Yeah, a little bit. Michael Biehn was quoted in saying that while a timeline wasn't officially set, we would know that Newt was essentially 27 years old by this point, and it would be kind of Ripley passing the torch on to her. And there was also talk of Sigourney Weaver wanting this one to take place back on LV-426, where the Nostromo actually first landed and got infected with the alien. But other than that, I mean, it was just a lot of cool concept art. We see the Queen, we see like a lot of like these cool enclosures with one of the engineer ships. So, I mean, it sounds like they could have really gone in some interesting directions. And favorite part of Alien Resurrection, just real quick, that dude with like the gun strapped to his wrist.
Yes.
I wanted those as kids. Quick tangent, sorry.
That guy was awesome. Oh, no, tangent necessary. It's good that there are people like
yeah,
us
here, you can,
that will defend
you can have 7 M&Ms.
Alien Resurrection. There need to be more of us in the world. Is there anything you guys would have liked to have seen from Blomkamp's Alien that maybe the other movies haven't given you? Or, I mean, obviously those characters.
Yeah. Well, I do like, going back to District 9, I do like how he would deal with socially relevant issues. And I would have been really interested in how he would have, transplanted that into the Alien franchise. I mean, because it already has that. It has, a Big Brother, big corporations that are pretty much squashing us. It's all just profit. It doesn't really matter. So to take that to the next level, because he has a lot of nuance when it comes to social issues. So I would have enjoyed that in the Aliens franchise.
It could have been interesting. And then, it could have been a nice, take one orange M&M for social relevance. It would have been a nice coda, too, for those characters that never really got maybe the swan song and the send-off that fans sort of felt that they needed.
I think just from the concept art alone, the one thing that I really wanted to see was Ripley. There's a drawing of Ripley where she is in that space jockey suit, and I just was really curious: is she going to take that black goo somewhere, or who knows?
Oof.
Yeah, and I would have been interested too. Just sort of with seeing the engineers more tied directly to those first 2 movies as opposed to the Prometheus direction. So that's Sigourney Weaver. That's the one that caught my eye too.
That could have they could have helped each other in that way with Prometheus. I mean, we see the face huggers there. We know we're on the engineers planet. I believe we're going to the engineers planet. Our engineers are there. So to have that where it's like, okay, engineers made people. Of course they make the alien species too. Of course they make xenomorphs. So yeah, you could have had that happen, and what would that have been? Aliens 2.5.
Yeah, Aliens. Yeah, like the Lion King. That was just the Timon and Pumbaa movie. Lion King's 1.5. Very similar. So maybe a controversial question, but is Ridley Scott the right director to keep pushing this franchise forward, or would you guys have rather have seen New Blood?
I'm cool with him coming back. If we had New Blood, I feel like I always use this as an example, but I think I'd love to see an Alien directed by Denis Villeneuve.
Take a Villeneuve.
I think that, and I think also, honestly, giving David Fincher another chance to do an Alien movie that he would want to do instead of what.
I mean, and now he's got that capital where he can kind of push back against a studio. Yeah, that would actually
he's got
be
some
pretty
swagger
interesting.
now. Ridley Scott seems awfully protective of aliens. So
he does. That is a very protective quote.
That's pretty protective of the vision of aliens. So I guess he has some really strong ideas that he'd want to bring to it. I admire that passion. So if that's genuine, then I'd want him to helm something. But otherwise, I was thinking Alex Garland might be able to do a good job from director of Ex Machina. And Lexi Alexander, love Punisher, Warzone. I think she brings a lot of nuance and action, like she's able to do both.
Yeah, she could make some of those action sequences pretty visceral, pretty rough.
Yeah, if we just wanted to go full out with the psychological and maybe the close quarters again, we could do Dan Trachtenberg from 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That would be really cool.
Just tossing out some possible New Blood out there.
Well, guys, we know that one possible timeline has closed now. This Blomkamp Alien 5 is gone, and the Prometheus Covenant route is definitely the way we're going. Any final thoughts on this?
I'm still super excited for Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
I will be there opening day. I love the Alien franchise. Even with AVP and AVP Requiem, they're not my favorite by any means, but I still went to see them because I love the Xenomorph. So I'm down.
That's a great sign. Guys, enjoy your Alien M&Ms. Thanks for hanging out with me. Guys, we want to know, Did you want to see this movie? Was this something you were looking forward to? Let us know in the comments. Remember to be nice to each other. It's Dalton's #1 rule. Thank you guys for watching. Click around here for more internets. Tweet us at ScreenJunkies News, and make sure to like and subscribe. And a big thank you to M&M's for sponsoring this episode. Bye guys, make good choices.